listening to T-Will Beats.
Yes, so we've got a session of Beatmaker freeloaded up. I'm gonna go for like a hard trap, Cheif Keef Trippie Reddtype beat. You know, like the Dark GLO vibes or the phoneme, a bit of synth trap in it. I'm gonna just show you the beat breakdown of the loop that I made, and then I'm gonna add some drums to it live, so you can just see my workflow and how I kind of put these drums together and how this new drum kit's sounding as well. It's crazy. So for the first sound here, I started off with the Saga synth. It's literally like £2.99 on the iPad. Literally, you can't go wrong. And it's within the Saga 16 banks, and it's called Saga Beyond Oasis. So we're in the 149 BPM. So for in here, I started off with a D sharp minor. And the thing is with these kind of like Cheif Keef or Trippie Redd synth trap type beats, you find that, or they're not mainly sustained notes where they kind of carry on and last. They're kind of like short stabs that kind of give it that bounce and presence, and I feel that's what gives it its energy. So I laid down a D sharp minor, and then I played with the root and the seventh, and then left it with the middle. So with each kind of like note, you know, just playing around with some of the semitones in the middle. So let's have a little listen to this. And it's the same thing where even with these middle notes, you can even move these an octave up, and even these ones, move it down to the third. As long as you kind of stay within the scale, it can still give it a unique vibe. And just for the effects on here, I just added a low pass filter and a high pass filter. I don't know why I did it this way. I could have EQ'd it, but I just found playing around with the sounds and doing it this way, I kind of sculpted it to how I wanted it to sound. And I added in the crystals, which is, I'll say it's the equivalent to Sound Toys Crystallizer. You know, I thought it was the same thing. It literally sounds the same. And this is just kind of like a reverb, delay, grain type of effect. I think this gives me kind of like Portal vibes. If you're on the iPad, definitely get this, but if you're on the desktop, go with Sound Toys Crystallizer. And so for this second part, literally, I just have the same thing, but just in a higher octave, just to give it a little bit of a beat switch up. So let's have a little listen to that. Very, very simple. The Midi is so simple, it's more or less about sound selection. So my advice, if you're trying to make any type of music in a different genre, listen to that music, your favorite artist, and start to deconstruct the sounds that you're hearing in it. And that's a way that I've learned a lot in terms of sound selection. So this is just something with another synthy sound, just to kind of give it some background ambience. This is within the Saga 16 bank, and this is the Flute Memoirs. So let's have a little listen to this. Our thought process behind this is literally starting off on the root note, going towards the seventh, and then going towards the third. So it's literally a D sharp minor, but just literally spread out. And then just kind of following that up again, but in a different variation. And just for the effects on here, just a bandpass filter. So I'm just cutting out some of the lows and cutting out some of the highs, and just picking a part of the frequencies which I like. And I just added in the Pro R reverb. So this is the Fab Filter Reverb, which is, you know, an amazing desktop plugin, and just bringing it into some of the productions just gives it that source to it. A little bit of space within the mix, but you can just sculpt it to however you want. And for the fourth part here, and this is a Synth Master 2. So this is something which, that synthy sound, something that gives it a bit of variation, just to make it sound a bit more unique and not make it sound a bit samey. It's a D sharp minor, but just arpeggiated up. So it's like that repetitive sound, but it does give it a bit of ambience as well. For the effects on here, I've got an EQ, same as kind of like a bandpass, but I'm not sculpting out so much of the lows and highs. I'm just curving it so I can hear some of the frequencies that I want to hear. So definitely playing around with the EQ can really help to shape your sound to how you want it. Pan flow is similar to like the shaper box or the pancake. Anything that makes it go from left to right is just, and I've got a bleas delay. So this is another desktop plugin. So I really like this one This one allows you to do the ping pong effect. So this is something like, it's not quite as good as the Waves H delay, but what I like about the Waves H delay is it's a very simple interface, and you can mess around with the different elements within here. But what I like is you can mess with the high pass and low pass filters to automate it to kind of hear some of the low or high frequencies within the delay itself. And you can even got a ping pong mode here, which goes to the left and right ears as well. So this is why I find this is a brilliant one to use on an iPad. You can use it on a desktop plugin, but my equivalent for what I use this for would be kind of like Waves H delay. And I just use a standard reverb in here, literally just about 18% mix, just to give it a bit more of that variation. And there's tons of presets in here as well. And I find this kind of like my equivalent of vintage verb, because the vintage verb gives it that kind of reverb, but with that kind of like tape effect. With the Pro R, I find when you switch it towards the chorus mode right here, it gives some of that element as well. So I've started to use this a lot more, and I find it very similar towards the vintage verb. Also, what I added in is the classic trap bell, and it sets like the mood and energy just for that bounce. For the effects, literally just another EQ to sculpt out the sounds and frequencies that I wanted. And now I've got the standard delay. You know, I didn't think there was anything more special needed to add in. Just a little bit of reverb just to give it that space within the mix as well. Not to make it sound too harsh either. And last but not least, just my pure piano. Literally just a one shot in a lower octave just to kind of set the tone. And for the effects on here, literally just a high pass filter, just cutting out some of the lows. And I feel like this altogether is a combination of having something within the kind of middle to lower frequencies and a switch up with something in the high end. Just a little bit of ambience in the background here, different kind of rhythm going in the background, and also just the bells to complement it, because you don't want to cloud it up too much. You do need the space for the artist to go on as well. So I'm just going to play this, and then you can hear all the elements coming together. So let's have a little listen. So for now for the drums, normally I have a template which already has some of the drums set out. Right, so let me quickly rearrange that. So yeah, normally I have this template. I think it just helps me follow my formula and just how I kind of like make beats. So I just got everything aligned, so I'm not really searching as much. And the normal formula, I always start off with my snares, hi-hats, perks, open hat, and then an 808, then kicks, then a simple riser. So let's go into the newest drum kit right now. So I've got my Really Source Volume 1, but right here, Volume 2. Some hard stuff. Let's have a little listen. So in my last few videos, this is what I've been using a lot more now, and I've finally completed it. Just adding some last finishing touches to it as well. So yeah, this is going to be available. So, you know, if you want to support your boy, it'll be in the link in the description. Go with a clap. That's it. Get those in. So with these type of beats, normally you hear the claps kind of going through on every like half bar, and then for the last 4 bar, you have a bit of an offset. So something like this. So for the perks, let me have a look here. Just another clean clap. Let's drag those in there. Right. Let's go. That can run. That can run. Right. I feel like it just needs a little bit of some more snares on there. That's it. That one's hard. Let's go. There we go. I can already hear the 808s and everything in my mind right now as well. Right, for the hi-hats. Right, let's get some hi-hats in there. Let's just go for my standard hi-hat. Add one in here, one there, one here. So I just added some other hi-hat rolls, a little bit of a triple here, and then a triplet here, and then just playing around with some of the pictures. So let's have a listen to that all together. Let's get some open hats in here. So got a lot. That one's cold. I think smooth and short and sweet. Let's get all those in there. Go with that one. Now for the 808. Let's go back into the kit. Whew, let's go. Let's add some kicks in. You already know I'm going to do a bit of a kick roll. This drum kit, man. A nice little riser. Let's go. Just need to hear it all together. Right, let's just hear it without the 808. Okay. You definitely can hear a bit of Cheif, Keef Trippie, Red. So all of these very simple trap sounds, very simple synth sounds that you can just probably get on any door. If you're liking the drums using this video, go check the link in the description. Realist Drum Kit Volume 2 is out now, and yeah, leave some feedback on some of the videos that you want me to do next. And if you're right here to the end, appreciate you watching. Just hit that link and subscribe so YouTube tells you when I release another gem. That's it from me. Peace.
You're listening to T-Will Beats.